my darlings, and welcome to a new vlog. This is a very exciting vlog indeed, because this is the first of the cozy autumn vlogs. As you're watching this, it will be September. September is just a couple of days away for me, but there was definitely something in the air this morning. A little cool breeze, that gorgeous low end of summer sunshine. So I thought that I would start the cozy vlogs today. So I've just done a workout and I've grabbed a cinnamon bun for the road because we are going to head over to one of my favourite little villages in the Cotswolds this morning, which is Burford. I really would love to go to the garden centre there and see if they've got any. What I'm really in the market for is a seasonal baking tin, so something that I can bake my chai banana bread or like a pumpkin loaf, but something that's not just a regular baking tin, something that's maybe got a pattern on it. So I thought that Burford could be a really good place to have a little look for that. Today is also the day that here in the UK we can now get pumpkin spice latte. So although I have got my matcha already, I don't think I can resist, seeing as we're going to Burford, popping in and trying a few of the seasonal drinks. I'm not even normally a massive Starbucks lover, but I tried their chai iced latte with a hint of cinnamon on top last week, and it was so delicious. So I'm looking forward to trying this year's seasonal beverages. I'm just enjoying my drink, and I grabbed a cinnamon bun here in this amazing little area which no one ever comes to, no one ever knows about, so it's the perfect place to just sit and catch up on a few emails. I have actually just been preparing this week's newsletter, and there are so many amazing events that we're adding into the calendar. Pumpkin patches opening, hog roasts, harvest fairs. There are so many lovely things going on in our area, so make sure you're signed up to the newsletter for things like that, but also lots of lovely seasonal recipes. And also, if you are new to the channel and may not know, my husband and I actually run a couple of holiday rental cottages, and I would say that September and October, they are the perfect months to come and explore the Cotswolds, and we do have a little bit of availability, so I will leave those linked down below as well. So I'm gonna enjoy my matcha, get a little bit of work done, and then we'll head over to Burford. They are the best cinnamon buns in town. So good. A very quick outfit of the day. I was not sure if it was going to be warm or cool later on today. Also predicting thunderstorms later, so I've got a brolly in the car, but I'm layering up with a nice cozy knit around my shoulders. This is a loose, really lovely blouse with a little bow detail, actually from H&M, and then my old M jeans, Celine belt, and my trusty 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 bag. Okay, I just made a very quick pit stop to my favourite cafe in the Cotswolds, Quince and Clover. As I was leaving Soho Farmhouse, I thought, should have grabbed something for lunch, but the soups at Quince and Clover are so good. This is courgette, pea and mint soup. They give you a little slice of grilled bread. They kind of slice it, cover it in olive oil and herbs, and then grill it, and it is so good. There's always lots of really nice toppings on the soup as well. Let's see. Oh, doesn't that look amazing? A super thick soup. We've got crispy onions. I think that's like a dark rye bread crouton. Oh my goodness, this looks sensational. I don't know how many Starbucks in the UK are in a barn that is over 200 years old, but the one here in Burford is. It's a really beautiful Starbucks and never very busy. As I said, I don't come for Starbucks very often. We have a great coffee machine at home and I love trying to recreate the different flavours, but there's just something about the start of the cozy season that you just got to go and get your pumpkin spice. As it is quite warm today, we've had all weathers. I just drove through a rainstorm, but now it's sunny again. I've actually got the cooling mode on my seat, which is something that feels absolutely amazing. I decided to get the cold pumpkin spiced frappuccino with oat milk, and it is absolutely delicious. I'm glad I had lunch first because that feels more like a dessert. So next stop is Burford Garden Company. Okay, so we've made it to the Burford Garden Company. I just had a quick look in their bookstore and I've definitely got a few on my wish list for my birthday, like the Gardener's Almanac for 2026 that I just showed you. Definitely popping that on my wish list. So this is a miniature apple press. We could put the apples from our orchard into here to make apple juice. Although we do have, I think it's a 500-year-old apple press in our village that the farmers allow the villagers to use a couple of times in the year. So we will save up all our apples for that. That'll be in a few weeks' time. So this is what I actually came in here looking for, some nice cake trays, and I was hoping for something like this but with a pumpkin shape, something very seasonal. So I've not quite got what I had in mind. I'll keep looking. Okay, mission accomplished. I got a few lovely bits from Burford, which I'll show you when we get home. I was planning on going down the high street and having a little look in the shops there, but as you might be able to hear from the pitter patter, it has just started to rain, so, oh, quite heavily actually. So I think I'm gonna head home. Still got half of my cinnamon bun. I'm half tempted to go back to Starbucks and now get a hot pumpkin spice latte to enjoy with this, but I think I will save that for another day because that would be a little bit too much caffeine for one day. So good. I have just pulled over on the road on the way home because there is a little or large bush here covered in elderberries, and right next to it is a big blackberry bush. This is a tiny little country lane, so I'm not bothered about the berries being polluted, but these are my two favourite things to forage at this time of year. So I know some of you might think I'm crazy, but I do always at this time of year have this in the car with me for this exact reason. So let's go and grab some delicious berries. home, and after that random rainstorm, literally torrential rain as I was driving through the lanes home, it's now a beautiful evening again. I got a little loot of elderberries. These are the umbrils, and this is the perfect time to pick them when the berries are really juicy. Maybe tomorrow or Saturday I'll show you my favourite thing to do with them, and some blackberries. And I might head out, seeing as it's so nice now, I might head out for a walk after dinner to pick some more, especially if I want to make my elderberry elixir. So I'll show you what I bought in Burford. But first of all, I want to show you and unbox with you a delivery that has arrived today from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, you'll have heard me talking about loads before if you've watched my videos in the past, because I would say I am wearing 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 shoes probably 80% of the time. I like loads of things in my life, whether it's diet or work-life balance, maybe not work-life balance, or just general things I like to stick to. An 80-20 rule, so be as good as you can be for 80% of the time, and then 20% is for having fun and doing silly things and having the pumpkin spice latte. So the shoes that I'm wearing right now, these are what I tend to wear just like nipping into the garden and wearing around the house. These are the Primus Trail shoes from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅, and they are this kind of coconutty knitted material, and what I love about them is that these ones are on an elastic, so really easy to slip on and off. I think I showed you a couple of shots earlier this morning of my gym trainers. Very similar to these, but with laces. They are probably my two favourite styles from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. And if you've not heard of 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 before, as you might be able to guess from the name, it is as close as you can possibly get to walking on the ground barefoot. And there are so many benefits to walking barefoot, whether that's if you're literally outside connecting with nature, feet on the ground. Being barefoot is the most natural thing, and actually the best thing that we can possibly do for mind, body and soul. But by walking in barefoot shoes, it's incredible for our posture, for our strength, and also just feeling that little bit more connected to where you're walking, because the soles of these shoes are so thin. It's a really clever membrane. Your feet are protected, so you can walk on every terrain that you would normally walk on in your walking boots or whatever, but you can actually feel the ground underneath your feet. So if you're walking on a beach and it's pebbles, or you're walking on a dog walk and you go from grass to stone to whatever, I feel so much more connected to where I am when I can actually feel the ground beneath my feet. And it's been shown as well, there are so many studies on how now we think about the majority of shoes that we wear, they're not designed for our foot health, they are designed to make companies lots of money and for style. In my opinion, 𝑭𝒊 ticks both boxes. I think these look really cool with most of my outfits, but most of the shoes that we wear, especially those with really big soles, like chunky soles that you can't bend or get any movement from your feet, think about what that's doing to the muscles in your feet. If you're not using the muscles in your feet, they're essentially going to deteriorate over time, and that is why so many people struggle with plantar fasciitis, like so many like bone problems with the feet, and then problems with your feet also lead to problems with your knees, your hips. Your entire frame literally comes down to how you walk. So ever since I learnt lots about that, I would say I have become a complete convert to 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. I've converted practically everyone around me, all the girls that work in the team. Charlie, he wears them all the time, and especially when in the gym, weightlifting, out on dog walks. My mum, Charlie's mum, all of Charlie's family, my brother. Once you wear them and you realise how good they are for you, it makes you really scratch your head why you wore shoes that are actually bad for your feet for so long. But as I said, 80-20. I'm going to a film premiere next week. I'm not going to be wearing my 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅s, sorry 𝑭𝒊. So there are still obviously times when I want to wear fashion shoes or boots and, you know, other things like that. But I think that having these for my gym routine, my dog walks, and just general day-to-day walking around London, I just absolutely love them. So, love rant about 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅's almost over. First I want to show you a couple of their new autumn styles that I cannot wait to wear. These are, oh my gosh, these are so cool. I've never seen 𝑭𝒉𝒂𝒕s in this colour before. These are the Primus, I never know whether to say Primus or Primus, Trail All Weather in the dark olive and white. Wow. These are really cool. I can already tell these are going to be bumping up to the top of the list of shoes that I want to just pop on when I'm dashing into the garden, heading out for a dog walk, running errands, because let's be honest, as much as I love my coconut knit ones that I'm wearing right now, they're delicate, they're a light colour, and I do put them in the washing machine. I just spray them with a little bit of Vanish and they come out perfectly, but these feel like they're going to be a lot more suitable for those muddy dog walks when I just need to slip something on and get the boys out the house. So this dark olive colour, very, very on trend for this autumn winter season. You can see there's just a lot of engineering going on in this sole, and yet when you're walking you can see your foot muscles still get to work exactly how they are designed to work. This is actually made from recycled material. It's all vegan leather as well, so super duper sustainable, and they are actually designed for all weather conditions, so raindrops will literally splash off these. So great if you go for a nice early morning dog walk and there's still dew on the grass, but also if you live in a city, the fact that the soles are so flexible, you can still really feel connected with the ground, connected with nature, which is something that I feel makes a really big impact on your day. And then this is a completely new style for 𝑭𝒉𝒂𝒕 this autumn winter, and I know I don't want to be talking about the C word already, but I would say these make amazing Christmas gifts, but to be honest, it's a new season, treat yourself. I do have a discount code which is very generous of 𝑭𝒉𝒂𝒕. I think it's Josie20. I'll leave that on the screen and down below in case you are tempted. These are the Primus Trail Flow boots. Look at this. So this is perfect if you want something with a little bit more structure. It's got that knitted top, so it's going to fit your ankles absolutely perfectly, be super, super comfortable, still elasticated around the top so you can slip them on really easily. And they've got all of the grip and support of a walking boot, and yet still that flexible sole, so your foot muscles can move how they are designed to. So just reading a little bit of info about these online, they are the lightweight fast hiking boots, perfect on all-terrain, a lightweight grip for fast all-terrain adventures, no insole, bringing you even closer to the ground for an even greater barefoot experience. Water resistant, they are only 229 grams, they really are super, super light, and also made from vegan materials, so the perfect outdoor walking boot if you love your autumn winter hikes, if you like to go out on foraging walks or dog walks like I do, or if you walk to work, commute, then these are going to come in very, very handy. I will show you how I'm styling them and where I'm wearing them throughout the rest of the vlog and future vlogs. No doubt you'll see me wearing these 80% of the time, so very excited about my new 𝑭𝒉𝒂𝒕 barefoot trainers. I'm sure Charlie will be very excited about his as well. He is just as obsessed with them as I am. In fact, it was actually through one of Charlie's friends that we first heard about 𝑭𝒉𝒂𝒕, and he is really into all things wellness and fitness, and he was a very, very early adopter and had been waxing lyrical, is that the expression, about the brand for so, so long. So yeah, Charlie and I have been deeply obsessed for a year or so, I would say, and once you try them there is no going back. So Burford, I also picked up, I don't think I showed you this, but I picked this up. You might have seen me looking at this. This is a Terra di Siena natural sprouter. It's basically a terracotta high-rise building for growing microgreens and sprouts. Those of you that have watched me talking about cooking in the past will have heard me talking about microgreens and broccoli sprouts probably quite a lot. I'm obsessed with them. They are so full of nutrition and really, really quick and easy and cheap to grow at home. You don't need a garden, you just need a little bit of space. Not even on a windowsill, just somewhere. You just need a little bit of space and you can grow microgreens, and it's so easy. They're an amazing garnish on soups, pasta dishes, casseroles, avocado toast, and so good for you. So, so good for you. One thing that I recommend everybody makes and grows and eats at home, so I can't wait to have a little play around with that. And so from the same brand, 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 I did pick up a selection of seeds. We've got the radish ravanello sprouts. Radish sprouts grow really, really quickly, and you pick them when they're like this big, when they're just like a little mini baby plant, and this contains so much nutrient in it, and it's such a nice, tasty addition. Then mustard, little mustard seeds. They'll grow into little mustard seedlings like this. You can actually taste the fieriness of mustard in these. So amazing on like a tomato and basil soup, for example. Then I got alfalfa. This is a classic seed to sprout from. Really, really good for you, as are broccoli. These are actually so good for you. Like one of the most, if not the most nutritious thing you could possibly eat. Full of cancer fighting nutrients. That honestly, I would just recommend everyone eats broccoli sprouts as much as possible. And then I got basil. I thought that would taste nice, and red radish as well. So cannot wait to do some more sprouting this autumn season. And I got a base of a wreath. This was £12. I could have made this. It's probably made from willow, and yeah, I've definitely made them in the past, but I thought, you know what, let's just cut a corner here. So this is the base of a wreath, and I plan on making a dried hydrangea wreath in the next week or so. So stay tuned if you'd like to see how to do that. I also grabbed, because I'm thinking of all the lovely things I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks and months in September and October, lots of lovely recipes including cinnamon. So I got this Madagascar cinnamon jar, really good quality cinnamon. I'm going to be making cinnamon lattes, doing cinnamon simmer pots. That's a bit of a tongue twister, so I thought that would be a great purchase. And then plant-wise, I just picked up a couple of these. They are called Oxalis Ikigai Triangularis. I just thought the colour was really pretty as a deep autumn tone, and they do have, this one doesn't have any yet, but they do have little flowers. I think my other one is flowering, or maybe not, but it's just about to, and there were a couple in the shop that were flowering, just really delicate, almost like little jasmine flowers. I thought they would look lovely in some terracotta pots, just decorating around the house. And last but not least, I could not resist the pistachio spread. I picked up some dates from M&S as well on my way home, so I'm going to make my yummy pistachio almond date snack maybe tomorrow. We are heading out tomorrow for a really fun event that I'm going to bring you along to, so we'll see how long we have to do all the other bits and bobs. And then I thought this sounded so good. It's from a brand called Verena Natural Wholesome Delights. This is a warmly spiced, velvety cinnamon swirl nut butter. Oh my gosh, so ingredients wise, it's actually a cashew nut butter with a little bit of sunflower oil and cinnamon. So yes, I could have made this myself, but I think this will be absolutely delicious. Cannot wait to try it, and I think with a date, with a little Brazil nut in the middle, that is going to be seriously yummy. So there we go. I can tell that Charlie has been shopping as well. Let me show you what he has bought today. He's just been loading this table up in the background while I've been unboxing my bits. And he's bought loads and loads of kind of artisan pasta from a company called the Northern Pasta Co. Pasta for the people. This is one of my favourite kinds of pasta, this conchigliette. It's also really nice in a soup if you do that Italian pastina soup. And then the classic rigatoni. I like how rustic these paper bags are as well. Just those two. Scrumptious. So we have got everything we need for lots of delicious autumnal recipes. Well, after everything today, I am definitely in the mood for some cozy dinner. So of course that's going to be pasta. I'm going to use the rigatoni that Charlie just bought, and I'm going to do my delicious, I don't know what to call it. It's like a garlicky, chili, tomatoey vodka pasta. Vodka is very much optional, but I'm actually going to put a load of extra cheese on top of it and then bake it as well. So it's going to be like a baked tomato vodka pasta. Don't let the word vodka put you off in any way. You can completely omit it, but to be honest, it does do something to bring out flavors, and the alcohol completely burns off anyway. I've definitely showed a very similar recipe to this before, so I won't go into too much detail, but let's get started. Half a knob of good quality butter in the pan. In goes the chopped garlic and some chili flakes and some tomato puree. Okay, now in comes the vodka. Good splash. Now the dry pasta is in, and I'm just giving it a good stir, and I'm going to let the pasta fry with the butter, the garlic, the vodka, the chili and the tomato paste for a few minutes, and in that time I'm just going to see if we've got any chili peppers and tomatoes in the greenhouse. This is perfect. Adding in the tomatoes and the chili. Now here's my secret ingredient to make this dish super tasty and good for you as well. I like to then cook the pasta in broth. Now you can do chicken broth or beef broth or veggie broth, whichever you have got. Homemade is good, but if you don't want to make it yourself, then this brand 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅 is my favorite. So I'm just doing a whole carton of broth on top of the pasta, give it a stir, and then I'll put it on a higher heat to cook through. A big handful of parmesan has just gone in, and I'll taste this in a second. I've just had a taste test, and it's very spicy with all the chili in there, so I'm adding a touch of cream, which is going to make it a little bit more delicate on the palate. Okay, that pasta was one of the most delicious things that I have cooked in a very long time. It's seriously scrumptious. I will definitely be baking my pasta alla vodka again. Being joined by a helicopter, just adding a few layers because there is a definite chill in the air this evening. I'm going to take the boys out for a quick walk before we lose the daylight. I always like to go for a walk, especially after pasta dishes, because otherwise I just fall asleep straight away. I'm putting the new trail boots to the test. They feel so lightweight. Perfect if you're doing a really long hike.
Dickens!
Back from our walk, and Charlie wants to do a little bit more foraging in our own garden.
I'll do this in the morning, but I'll have this on my yogurt in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these raspberries are an example of like the magic of growing your own. Because when have you ever been in the supermarket, even farm shop, and seen yellow and orange raspberries?
Aren't they called apricot raspberries?
I actually can't remember what they're called. The chalk signs have worn out, so we need to rewrite them. But basically, these are so deliciously sweet.
Ooh.
And
something a
yeah,
little
they're
bit
just
different.
one of the joys of growing your own. You get to grow varieties that are lesser known.
Mm.
So we've got these. I'll leave a few.
For the birds.
Well, no, I'll leave a few for another morning.
And for Dickens.
And then, these ones. Look at the deep colour on
Ooh, that's a
Proper
beauty.
red. Look at that.
Don't you drop any of my blackberries.
Do you know the nice thing? If you go into most supermarkets right now,
That'll cost you a
buy
fiver.
not just that, and buy raspberries or blackberries. They'll be from places like Peru or Kenya, even though they're in season in England.
Hello my darlings, it is a very rainy Friday morning now. I've just done a fantastic, very tough reformer Pilates here at Bamford. It was a booty burner to say the least. I've got all of the cozy layers on today, including this combo from 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. This is one of their new raincoats and it is perfect for drizzly mornings like today. Today we have actually got a really nice event on. I'm heading over to Blenheim Palace with Lala, with my mum, because today is the Salon Privé event. I went last year as well. It was somewhere else last year. I think it was the same event. And it's really cool because there's loads of the most incredible cars. There are even private jets and yachts. I mean, I don't know how they're going to get yachts there. There's not even a proper river. It's just a really cool experience. Meet lots of really interesting people. We've been invited by a skincare brand called 𝑭𝒊𝒏𝒅. I'm looking forward to meeting the team and discovering their new product. They've got a new age renewal face cream which they're launching there today. So yeah, should be a really lovely day. Shame it's not blue skies. It's a perfect excuse to rummage through the autumn wardrobe, pull together a nice outfit for the day. Okay, we are back in the kitchen. I've got into an outfit for the event later today at Blenheim Palace. It is so hard to know what to wear because it's grey and rainy, but it's definitely not cold. So I've gone for this dress, which is 𝑙𝑘 Bennett. I thought the colour is quite appropriate as we want to be wearing some less summery colours. And then brown accessories, the colour of the season. This belt, it's from Really Wild Clothing and I thought it was quite a nice way of making the dress a little bit different. And then I've got my like little waterproof but nice boots on as well. So yeah, it's really hard to dress on days like this. Anyway, I'm going to leave in about half an hour, but I'm really hungry and I want to sorry, I just have to show you my baby. Dexy! Yes, I'm going to do my lovely egg breakfast muffins. So full of goodness, full of veggies, full of deliciousness, easy to make and great for keeping in the fridge. So tomorrow, for example, it's Charlie's nan's 93rd birthday. We're going down to visit her. We'll probably be leaving the house in a bit of a rush, so we'll be able to grab a couple of these to enjoy on the road. I'm so hungry. I need to just, pardon the pun, but get cracking. So I'll leave rough instructions of what to do on the screen. So I'm hoping these are going to be done. Ooh, yes. I would normally wait for these to cool down, but we literally have to leave right now. So I'm going to put some in here for the journey. 2 for me, 2 for Lala. So we've got broccoli, we've got courgette, spring onion, garlic powder. Don't know why they're sticking a bit more today. Some self-raising flour, Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. Yeah, really sticky today. That's annoying. Ooh, and I put in some cottage cheese. Again, I have to say my social battery is feeling very low after this afternoon chatting away, but Lola and I had a lovely time at Salon Privé. Incredible to see all the vehicles. We had a lovely lunch and very, very fascinating people watching and outfit spotting. We then quickly nipped into the sweet little town of Woodstock, had a little mooch around. I've got a very needy sausage dog today. Keeps asking to be picked up, my Dexy. So home again now. Charlie is behind me preparing chicken fajitas for our dinner, and I'm going to put together my lovely dates, which are my favourite little thing to snack on. I'm going to slice open the dates, add in either peanut butter, pistachio butter, or that new cinnamon butter that I got from Burford yesterday. Finish with a pecan or an almond, sprinkling of salt, and then pop it. I'm gonna have to put you down, baby. I will store it just in one of my little glass containers. They don't tend to last very long because they're so delicious. I eat them all very, very quickly. So in here are my delicious dates with almond butter or the cinnamon cashew butter, a nut and a sprinkling of salt, and they are truly the loveliest snack, you know, when you just need something a little bit sweet in the afternoon. My favourite thing to snack on. Good morning, my darlings. That was a great workout to start the day. We don't normally have PT on Saturdays, but we managed to have a couple of hours with Lauren this morning, which is great. We are heading over to Windsor in an hour or so because it's Charlie's nan's 93rd birthday, so we've got a lovely family day together. So I'm very glad that I pre-made my little eggy breakfast muffins. Having tried a couple yesterday, I would say I maybe made them a little bit too healthy this time, possibly a little bit too much veg versus cheese ratio, because I do like them to taste quite cheesy. So I don't think I'll add quite so much broccoli next time. The thing with courgette is it doesn't really have a huge flavour, so you can put in loads of courgette and it doesn't alter the flavour. Do you know what? I'm actually going to grate some cheddar on top of this, because broccoli and cheddar is a fantastic combo. You can obviously eat these cold, but because we've now got the 𝑭𝒂𝒕 turned on, it's always on. So I might as well just put these in for 5 minutes while I put some flowers together from the garden for Charlie's nan. And this is a really nice, protein-rich, really good for you, packed with veggies. Yes, there's some cheese in there, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of cheese. So a pretty healthy and filling breakfast. Okay, showered and dressed, and I apologise for the banging pot noise in the background. We've given Dexy and Dicky a yogurt pot each to lick the remaining yogurt, and they love it. It's their morning treat when Daddy's feeling generous. So we've got it's actually a 2-hour road trip to get to Charlie's nan's birthday party. So I'm just going to make a nice smoothie for the road with a banana. It's nice and ripe, so lovely and sweet. I would love to do like a cinnamon date smoothie with coffee, but I've got so many blackberries that I'm going to do blackberry and banana instead. So when it comes to cleaning blackberries, I just rinse them with a sieve or through a sieve, and then I let them sit in water for a good 20 minutes. And I find that any little bugs or anything just kind of floats to the top. I don't add anything to the water. I know you can do bicarb of soda, or some people do salt or white vinegar. Personally, I don't. And I'm still standing to tell the tale, so I think my method is fine. I've been doing that for a few years. Adding in some kefir and a dash of oat milk. Well, hello, it is many hours later. We have been out all day for Charlie's nan's birthday party, and all I filmed today was a little snapshot of our fish and chips that we had at Charlie's mum and dad's house before coming home, so I apologise, I did not film anything today. I'm going to try the Gatineau Age Benefit Night Renewal Cream for the first time. This is the product that was being launched yesterday at Salon Privé, and it's meant to have everything that you love about an oil skincare product, but in the texture of a cream, so really lovely and hydrating. I really like this dispenser as well that you press down. It just feels very, what's the word? It feels like very hygienic. This is meant to be an ultra hydrating night cream. They've put lots of research into this to help with fine lines and wrinkles as well. It feels lovely. I actually feel like I've got way too much on. And it's got a really soft smell to it as well. I think it's got lotus flower extract. Gosh, the lighting in here is truly awful, but that feels so lovely on my skin. Anyway, a very, very quick end to the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very cozy autumn vlog, and I'll see you in the next one.